Alright, so how we doing today? And just like the title says, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there. I'm sure everybody loves to hear that. And this is actually going to be a gut kick for some, I do believe. But I'm going to touch a little bit on the Supreme Court ruling. You got to remember, okay, the body you see every day in the mirror, okay, we were in this body once before, right? Everything went down this way, and now it's turning around and it's coming this way. The first will be last, the last will be first, right? So the first body that were turned into is now the last body we inhabit before we leave, okay? Now the reason I have these blocks here is I'm going to show you something here in a minute. And it might make you scratch your head and maybe even wonder about me. So anyway, in some of my previous videos I talk about the gaseous giants out there, correct? And how they were their own solar systems. We are the tree of life. I've already discussed this like in my last video, and they even show you that in that Madonna video, right? We talked about that. Okay, so in another previous video I told you who was playing, I showed you who was playing the part of Jesus, right? And what other part he was playing here. Okay, because he was in charge when the whole warp speed thing broke out, right? So just like it was his executive orders that gave us, back the technology for free electricity and free electromagnetic energy. They can't take it from us if they're not the ones that can't give it to us if they're not the ones that took it from us, right? It's called correcting timelines. We've discussed this, right? So basically, that same character, it was he was in the news again, right? Because it was his Supreme Court justices that helped bring this about, right? And I was actually looking at one of the 666 dates, right? And the 24th is another 6, and it was also the 6th day of the January 6th hearing. So there were a whole bunch of 6s involved on that day, along with the Supreme Court decision. And basically it was all about pro-life, because everything else out there is dead. This is a form of life after death. We've talked about this. And in one of my videos, Conclusion to It All, now I may not have all the timelines written out properly, and I see what I see. But in that video, I specifically pointed out that somewhere in our past, okay, they introduced themselves as our gods, right? And we were turned into this. And I'm just going to throw something down here. Bam. Became the New Testament, given to us by them. So this is actually the Old Testament, and it came down here as the Old Testament, stayed with us, first in, first out, right? Last in, last out. So the book that is currently with us today is the same book that got everybody into trouble in the first place. Who does everybody claim to be their Lord and Savior? That dude there, right? And it still holds true today. It was following him that led to all the death and destruction of the Old Testament. When he said, "Stand behind me, Satan," you know, he said a lot of good things. At one point in there, he was going against the government and the church, right? But at other times, he was flipping tables over, and you know, and then at another point, he's telling people, "Go ahead and render unto Caesar." So which is it? Do we render unto Caesar, or do we flip the tables? Here he told us, render unto Caesar, give up your rights. So for his correction, here it became, I keep saying, he became the ultimate insider. Because most people, they run around all the time talking about, yeah, I'm a child of God, really? Then why are you giving your life to that cat? That cat even told you, is it not written in your laws? Did you not hear me when I told you, you are the gods? Quit giving up your power. Okay, so we had a big pro-life vote put in by the person that's playing this, and not even so much him, just the people he put in position to do that, right? So it's called a timeline correction right there. Now in the Bible it talks about when he returns, be 1,000-year reign. 1,000 years is like a day, right? So this happened a day ago, so I don't know how much closer we're getting, but we're getting pretty close in my book. But I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I just pursue each day like there's going to be a tomorrow until there's not. And there's still going to be a tomorrow. It'll just look way better, way different than today does. All right. I hope I gave everybody something else to think about and didn't disturb your evening too bad. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.